Parak Yesh Nochlin Daf Kuf Yud Zayin, sponsored the Refuah Shlema for Natan Ben Zev. Yesterday we concluded with the Mishnah that defined the three portions of Eretz Yisrael the daughters of Tzlaf had inherited. Today the Gemara brings a brisa that discusses the sources in the Torah for these portions. There are two apparently contradictory verses. The Gemara brings three different opinions, reconciliations. The two verses are, number one, Ach goral yechalek lishmos matos avosam yinchalu es haaretz. The terms matos avosam teach the primary heirs were the Yotzei Mitzrayim, those who left Egypt. Number two, Lo'ela techalek es haaretz benachala. The term Lo'ela teaches the primary heirs were those referred to in the verse, those who entered the land. Number one, Rabbi Yeshoshua, who can be the Tan of our Mishnah, holds the Yotzei Mitzrayim are the primary heirs based on the first verse. The verse that states Lo'ele techalek should be interpreted as Ka'ele, just as this census included only those 20 years and above, so too those Yotzei Mitzrayim that were 20 and above at the time of the first census were entitled to a portion of the land. Anyone whose ancestor was younger did not receive a separate portion. Number two, Rabbi Yonasan understands the second verse as defining the primary heirs. For example, two brothers left Egypt. One brother had one son and the other 5 sons that entered the land. The one son is entitled to one portion. The other with 5 children is entitled to 5. However, the first verse adds that they did not inherit automatically. Their portions reverted to their fathers that left Egypt, creating a unique kind of inheritance, the deceased bequeathing the living. Lo'ela techalek means those that entered the land 20 and above received a portion. Lishmos matos avosam yinchalu means these portions were treated as if they were bequeathed by their fathers posthumously. Therefore, the 6 portions that revert to the brothers are divided equally between the sons, each one receiving 3 portions. Number 3. Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar disputes both opinions. According to him, neither is primary. He holds the land was apportioned to both, those who left Mitzrayim and entered Eretz Yisrael, meaning A, if one's father was 20 when he left Egypt, but his son who entered Eretz Yisrael less than 20, he would be entitled only to his father's portion. B, if his father left Egypt younger than 20, but his son entered the land 20 or above, he would be entitled also only to his portion. If his father was 20 at Yetzias Mitzrayim and his son was 20 entering Eretz Yisrael, the son is entitled to both shares. He can also be the Tana of our Mishnah. Tzlaf was at least 20 at Yetzias Mitzrayim, entitling his daughters to his portion. The Gemara discusses those that were exceptions to the rule. Number 1, portions allotted to the spies were divided between Yoshua and Kalev. Korach and his Ada, his 250 followers, were also deprived of their portions. However, their heirs could inherit by way of their grandparents, Yotzei Mitzrayim, even maternal, provided the grandmother had no brothers. They stood in place of their fathers. The Gemara questions the interpretation of Lishmos Matos Avosam. Perhaps Matos Avosam applies to the tribes. The land was divided equally between them. The answer, there is another verse, Menosati Osa Lochem Morosha. Moshe encouraged those enslaved, telling them in the name of Hashem, I will redeem you and award you the land, indicating those leaving Egypt were the heirs. If you're enjoying Daf 5, please subscribe, click on the link below, and become a sponsor. Have a good Shabbos. Shabbat Shalom.